Okay. Ew, that sounds disgusting, bro. Are our mics on? Your mics on?
Yeah, you're mic'd up.
Okay.
My bad for the
Testing, testing. 1, 2.
essay.
All right, guys. Welcome back
Trying to
to
be
another
political.
episode of the Second Take podcast.
Politically correct, sorry. That's
my
my
name's
bad.
Shiv.
My bad. Oh, we started. Okay,
How
shit.
about do that again? Do that again.
Cut that
One more
shit.
second
Okay.
take. Another one. Let's go.
Sorry. Abdu can hear
Right, Abdu's
everything. This
here.
is all right.
All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Second Take podcast. My name's Shiv.
I'm MJ.
I'm Sophia.
Today, our episode is all about red flags.
Uh-oh.
Now, this is a very, very hefty, heavy topic, as we all know.
Hefty.
Everyone has red flags. I think that's undeniable. There's not a single person in this world who without red flags. It just depends on, how minor, major they are and how you handle them. I think it's a really good habit to recognize them within yourself.
I thought you were
within
going to say it's a really good habit
to have them. No.
Mm.
I mean, depends on who you are.
I don't think it's ever a good thing to have red
Yeah,
flags.
sorry.
No,
No,
a red flag is
it's just
good to be.
Yeah.
There's no good red
obviously,
flags to have.
obviously
Red
not.
flag.
There are
But it's
no good red flags.
Some people be just loving to be toxic.
Yeah, fair enough. Being
but why
toxic
is
is
that
one
good?
thing, but
not
having
It's not good.
a bunch of red flags is
Yeah.
That's never a good thing.
being a
Yeah.
walking red flag is
Hello.
crazy.
Valid.
Can't do that.
But yeah, I think it's a really good habit to be able to recognize them, to be able to recognize them within yourself, within the people around you, within obviously in a relationship, significant other, and so on and so forth. I think we have some stories. Maybe I have a little story about a red flag.
Well, I have,
I'll bring up. You have a
yeah.
friendship one.
I have one with with a friend. Well, not my friend anymore, but it was crazy.
Oh, is this
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if shit. If this gets back, it gets back. We're not friends.
We'll deal with it, bro.
Yeah, it is what it is. But basically,
What?
I don't know. I had a friend in second year, because I was taking summer courses and I was just catching up and stuff like that. So he was in one of those classes, or some of my classes, and I guess we just kind of started becoming friends because of our environment. We were the only kind of older people in those classes. So we just became friends over the summer, and then I wanted to introduce him to my other friends in school and stuff like that. But it was weird because I always had the feeling I was nervous to introduce them.
You had a weird feeling about it.
Yeah, and I'm never like that.
okay.
If I have a friend, I'll introduce you to my other friends, no problem.
You don't hesitate.
Those are my dogs, right? But I for some reason I had this I don't know, weird sensation, oh shit,
Spidey sense.
Yeah, exactly, right? Anyways, down the line, my friends were the ones that were kind of this guy is raising red flags for us.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't tell me, right? So
Oh, but they clocked it and they just kept it to themselves.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
Right? So later down the line, I think this was a year has passed, and he's in our friend group now. And basically they come to me and they're like, yo, can we talk? Whatever. And I'm like, yeah, sure, what's up? And they're like, oh, this guy that you brought into our friend group whatever time ago was he's not a good person at all, right? And I'm like what do you mean?
You've never heard anything about it till this point.
No,
yet.
I'd met him already.
Yeah.
I'd met this guy already,
by this point, everybody that I know, for the most part, has met him.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's just been around, right?
So they're he's not a good person, and then
Yeah, he's not a good person, and I'm like, why? What makes you think that? I'm like, okay, sure, let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, just the things he says is out of pocket, and everybody says out of pocket shit, right?
Yeah.
But the things he says are
Yeah, he would say some fuck shit that would just go over your
and
head.
then just mad calm.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Matt, he'd say it
hella
he means
backhanded
it. He
stuff.
just he just
Shit.
means the shit that he says.
Okay.
That is hella out of
No
pocket, right?
filter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. So I'm okay, I don't see it. So what I found out was that basically he was almost putting a mask on around me and around everybody else, and especially when he drank, he got hella talkative,
Violent,
and just like said
fucking,
whatever, and like
But like
the
he's
shit,
nice
like,
around you.
I can't even say the shit like that he says, because like
Bro, he just became such a
it was just
bro.
yeah, it was just really bad. Anyways, so like
He was one
after
cocky
they said
motherfucker.
that, like I started to see it a little bit.
Yeah.
Every time he would drink, like he would just
Yeah.
run his mouth, and it's like bad shit, right? And I'm like, wow, this is not like somebody that
You want
I
around
want
you.
to, I want around me, right? So we ended up having like a whole intervention with him, and ended up like kicking him out of the group chat, everything like that. Long story short,
Yeah.
like,
Damn.
and yeah, he's no longer our friends,
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, it's a crazy time.
Red flag
you
of
know?
a human that
Like
guy
no
was.
filter.
Yeah, it's
Like
just
that guy
red
was
flag of
a walking
human
red flag.
being. Like
Dude, the first
shit
time I
that he
met
said,
him,
like,
he was so like this is a talking shit podcast apparently.
I guess.
No, he was just like the first time I met him, the guy was just such a weird, overconfident, cocky character that like, man, he yapped. Okay, sound like I was describing myself there. Okay, hold on. Okay, well, my story is, I think for me, I've had so many experiences with red flags. I've just like, I think I've definitely like grown a lot more than I know in my life that people have. Like, I think I'm really good at recognizing and learning to handle how to deal with those red flags. But like, I just remember how naive I used to be like back in the day. There was like my story is like literally just with my first relationship, how it was plagued with red flags. Like I've said this on here
I
before.
have one too, actually.
Yeah, but I was plagued with red flags. Like all I can like, and I was like genuinely like relationship blind or love blind, whatever you call it. But I was like, I used to brush over that shit. Like I would like let that go.
Rose-colored glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was in this relationship and all it was red flags. And what was the worst about it was the red flags were covered up with like manipulation and like
oh, that's
That's
a
the
red
worst.
flag in
That
itself.
is
Yeah.
a red flag.
That's
like
a red flag in
all I
itself, like-
remember was feeling like
like guilty.
like everything I said and did was wrong.
was wrong.
Like they
And,
would
like,
justify it all.
Yeah,
Like, they
yeah.
manipulate
And I'm like,
it.
okay,
Right.
I guess why am I? You know, like
Feeling
that way,
things
yeah.
like this. Why do I feel like
That's
shit
like the
about it?
ultimate red flag, actually.
Oh,
It's
dude,
crazy.
yeah. But the thing is, like, I had good people around me who like made me realize like it wasn't wrong, or sorry, it wasn't wrong for me to feel those things, and you know, although I did get cheated on, the relationship ended. So, grand scheme of things, it was good, right?
Well,
But
nice.
I mean, it all led to the demise, and I came out, you know, hurt, but like obviously, like it was better. But we'll dive into a bunch of those red flags, and like I'll bring up that a lot, but we'll dive into the episode. But what do you want to say? What's your
Mine's like kind of similar to yours. Like my first relationship, I guess.
yeah?
There were so many red flags, and I was just like, keep in mind, I was like freshly 15 years old. Like I was in grade 9. It was like the end of grade 9, and like
Yeah, you had a
red flags in grade 9. Like
yeah,
no,
it's
no,
crazy.
yeah.
But that's
It's
why
like-
like nothing's that serious in grade 9. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So
fair
I was
enough,
just
fair
kind of
enough.
like, whatever. Like the guy had like a stupid amount of ex-girlfriends for the time, but I was like, it's grade 8, doesn't count, like type shit.
What
but like
type of
if you're
serial
like
dater?
this is like really insane.
Yo,
No, but you know what's insane?
a
He's still a
stupid
serial
amount of
dater to this day.
ex-girlfriends. A stupid amount of ex-girlfriends
Like-
at the
At
age of
grade
15.
9.
15.
At the
I think he was
ripe
still 14.
age of 15.
I don't
It's
think he
crazy.
was 15 yet, actually.
late
Like, it
birthday
was
vibes.
Anyways, see, like,
God.
but now that I'm saying this aloud, it like I'm like, of course I brushed over that because like, who the
Yeah.
fuck cares? You're 14 years old. Like, you had an ex-girlfriend. Like, okay, like whatever.
Fair enough.
But like
Yeah.
to this day, the man's still a serial dater, and like,
Yeah.
but he just did so many things that I was like, I should have clocked that and been like, this is weird. Like he said, I love you like 6 days into dating,
Oh hell no, bro.
and I was like, damn. And I was like, and it was on his birthday. I had to say it back.
okay.
I was like, I can't not say it back.
Okay.
That's a whole other
How
story.
don't
about
wanna
this?
ruin the birthday.
We'll jump right into it. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys. Do you think serial dating is a red
Yep.
flag? We know some serial daters.
We do know some shit.
Well,
No.
But they
Wait,
said,
can
okay.
we just
Oh,
can we define
clarify
serial
what's dating?
Okay, serial
Yes.
dating is not going on,
On
dates
dates
with people.
multiple-
yeah, yeah,
serial
right,
dating
right.
is
Yeah,
like
we know
no,
Being in a
serial daters.
relationship
You don't
with a
know-
lot of people.
Pause.
Yeah, we don't know
Yeah.
serial
Pause.
relationshipers.
Yeah,
Serial
yeah.
dating, like a serial dater in my head, I'm thinking you're never alone. Like you move on quick between the last person to the next person. Like, you
Yeah.
can't be
On the next
alone. You
train.
can't be alone. And to me, that's a big red flag because if you can't be alone, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why can't you just sit with your thoughts?
I was,
Yeah,
and
I was
like,
about to throw crazy shade, but I stopped myself. I was like, "This."
Who you throwing shade at?
Why? Why are you stopping?
You
No,
throwing shade at?
because I don't
who are you
want-
sparing
Let's
here?
talk
Go
about
for
it.
Go
Let's
for
talk
it.
about it.
We're good. So,
Yeah,
so
let's
seri-
talk about it. What
I
the fuck?
think
We got
Yeah,
podcasts
let's
or
catch some breath off
something.
the-
Like we started
Relax.
podcasts for a reason.
it was
All right,
no,
all right.
it's fine. I think serial relationshipers or serial daters are definitely a red flag. I think you need to be alone and like so secure within yourself for you to be healthy in a relationship. And like
I agree entirely.
I think all of us experience that and know that's true. So like
I think it's a sign of insecurity, in my opinion. I
I
think it's
see that too.
like my first boyfriend, like the guy I'm talking about, like still from what I'm aware of to this day, like kind of can't really be alone.
Yeah.
And then, but he was a really insecure guy. Like a lot of it was like he just needed to be validated all the time by someone. So if it wasn't like whoever he's dating, like he'll find the next person, and then that's like I don't know. I think it's just like why can't you just enjoy your own company or like learn about yourself? Like I don't know, take some time to reflect.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to always be with someone.
That's so valid.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we think is the difference between like a misunderstanding? What did I say? Misunderstanding?
Yeah.
Misunderstanding and like an actual red flag, or like
What do you mean? Like what do you mean by that?
I'm not understanding here.
Yeah.
This is a misunderstanding right now.
Or
it could be a
like
red
what's
flag,
the
I
difference
guess.
between when you consider something a red flag in like a person, or like something that's just a quirk that like isn't kind of normal or is just weird?
I feel like I feel like if you're saying like if something happens one time, like a misunderstanding, you mean?
maybe, or even like this, like would you consider like I feel like I hear this from girls a lot, but like, you know, a guy or a man that's like overly close with mom. A lot of women call it a red
That's a
That's
red
weird.
flag?
I don't find that red
not
flag at all.
not like no,
See?
not like.
Listen,
Can I explain?
That's why I brought it up.
No,
That's
no,
why I
chill.
brought it
What do
up.
you mean like overly
So wait,
close?
I wanna-
Come on, shut up. Let me say.
I'm close with my mom.
Go ahead, go ahead,
Okay,
go ahead.
my turn to talk.
Hey, hey.
Yeah.
I'm saying when you say overly close with your mom, there's
Yeah.
there's like a line, okay?
Uh-huh.
Like good relationship with your mom, green flag. This is
Yeah.
good thing. Like you're close with your mom, you guys maybe like hang out or whatever. Like I don't know, you care about her. You talk like obviously you talk to a good relationship.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you're like we're talking like mama's boy, like that's red flag.
Oh, what?
Mama's
I
boy
don't
as
know.
in like
I don't know what
as
the
in,
extremity
like,
is.
Yeah,
Like,
what do you
where
mean
do you
by
draw the
mama's boy?
line?
'Cause,
like okay, it's like
okay, let me ask you something. A man
Like,
that
your
calls his
mom-
mom every day.
no, that can be good.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
Okay.
Like some people would argue. I mean,
They
I
talk for-
I'm sure some people could argue that's bad, like that they don't love that.
could you
But
argue?
I think that's a good thing.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's she
no,
birthed
but
me.
no,
though.
but that no, of course, but that could
That's
be.
my mom. I
Of
owe it to
course.
her
Like my
to
mother.
call her
No,
out. That's
no,
my
but no,
mother.
of course, but that could be like if that's it, then that's good. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
know. But there's
So
there could
where
be-
does a mama's boy, as we're calling
okay
it,
if
go
the mom
bad?
if the mom ever feels like it's also partly on the mom. Like if the mom feels like she can like have a say or like
In the relationship?
if your mom is giving you advice
okay.
about
That's-
like
that's
I don't really want you
fair.
to go in and talk to your mom about whatever like okay,
relationship?
to
Okay,
an
wait,
extent, to an extent, to an
wait.
extent,
But girls
to an
talk to
extent.
their mom about their relationship.
No, but that's like different because it's like. Also, like, I'm not
I
going to
sense
tell
a
my mom
double
the
standard.
details of shit. Every time we get in an argument, I'm not going to go tell my mom, oh my
I
God, we got
doubt
to
a
fight
guy is
again.
going to
this
tell-
is what happened.
I don't know. There's
I
a
think,
lot of,
I think when
there's
a man goes to his mother for advice on a relationship, it's almost always to understand how a woman feels in
Okay,
another woman's
no,
perspective.
but there's an extent
That's-
to which this is fine. That's
Yo,
what I'm saying.
good point. That was a great
No,
point.
I'm
That
saying
was a great
it's
point.
super
That shit was
contextual.
like,
Like it depends on like.
Of course it
it's
is.
situational as fuck. Like I know, for example, like there's mama's boys where it's like they literally just can't do anything, and like that's like at the bottom of the thing is like that's the red flag is that they can't really do anything because their mom does everything for them. So they're not like very
If they're highly
self-sufficient
dependent on their
because they're
mother.
highly dependent on their mom.
I'll give
but
you
like
that.
usually in turn they have like a really close relationship with their
I'll
mom
give you
because
that.
of that.
I think a man,
that's
you
like
turn 21,
that's one of them. But-
20, you got to be independent.
but also there's like over-involved mothers that like and sons who like lean into that, and so that's
Okay.
like that's the other thing that
like
I'm
it's
saying
such a
where
rare case,
the
though. Sorry, I'm
moms
not
can be like overly invested and they
That's
feel like
funny.
they feel like they have this like right to comment and like
Okay.
you know sway you in a direction.
I agree. I
and
think
like the son will
situationally-
listen to them more than maybe they need to.
Okay, so I'm gonna
That's
say
the red flag.
I'm gonna say
see.
majority or
but
and
good
so-
relationship's a good thing.
So
Good
let's
thing.
answer this.
Yeah. It's
I'm
okay,
on- I'm on-
So it's like
Talk to
green
your
flag
mom,
to
it's
immediate
good.
red flag,
Okay.
or is there like a beige?
There's like a.
I think there's yellow flags.
I don't know. I get like a little
Is it
sus.
yellow?
yellow.
I
Okay,
think
yellow flag.
if I'm talking to a guy and he's like, yeah, I hang out with my mom, like we're doing this, whatever. I'm like, that's so cute. This is good. Like I'd be like, oh, like that's good. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm like, check that box. That's nice. But
So
like,
what does he need to say that
I
you're
don't
like,
know.
what the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
just
it's like-
there's just I don't know. How, it's
Like,
just
what
a
does
feeling.
a guy need to
There's
say
a
to you?
feeling you'd get. Like you'd get a
Like
feeling.
y'all are going on a date. Yo, can my mom come though? Like,
Yeah, what the fuck? No,
Like,
I'm
shit like,
leaving.
yo,
I'm
she just
I'm
wants
never
to eat,
talking to you
though.
again.
Like, she
That's
just wants
crazy
to
as
eat,
fuck.
like-
but like,
no, she's just trying to
that's
have
weird
some
as
good
fuck.
dinner.
Like,
Like,
my mom needs food because
she doesn't want.
Or if
yeah,
like
she
if
doesn't
I'm
wanna
talking
cook
to a
today,
guy,
like,
let's say I'm
no,
having
like-
let's say me and this guy got in an argument or like we had a conflict or
We're
something.
yeah.
Not a big deal. It wasn't that big of a deal, but we got into something like I guess relatively small. We're talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, like I talked to my mom about it, and she said la 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 la." I'd be a little bit like, damn. If it was like,
bro.
if it was like,
deal.
if it was
I don't
like a
think that's
small
big of a
thing.
deal.
I think
Like a
personally
small
as
thing?
well.
I don't know.
I think the reason I think that though as well is I kind of lack that. Like I don't really go to my mom about
Yeah.
personal things, so it kind of scares me that I don't.
But see, that's the thing. I go to my mom about small things. I don't go to my mom.
Okay,
about
see,
big things.
okay, so then maybe that, but it depends on the context. Like if I'm like, okay, that's valid and it's valid, I feel like I can't just say like there's one size fits all.
Okay,
I
we're
can't
moving
just
on.
make a
Fair enough.
rule.
We're
here
moving
and
on.
say
Okay,
that's
so mama's
enough.
boy, red flag or just weird? Like overly mama's boy, like what she's describing.
like-
Overly, I
I'm still saying-
I could
Relying
saying
on
just
their
weird.
mom.
My
I
answer's
could
just
call it.
weird.
I'm gonna call it like a beige flag.
Okay, I'm saying
It's-
just weird.
It's hit or
He's
it's
just
hit or
weird.
miss for me.
He's just like overly.
I think
Yeah,
it's weird
maybe
and
it's
a red
just weird.
flag.
Maybe it's
I think
just
it's a weird red flag.
All right.
I think you're weird.
Okay. Oh, the way I'm. Sorry, I'm so sorry, Abdu.
Bro,
No, this was.
I gotta edit. I gotta
That
do
was
that
my
post-production.
ear.
I have to
This
edit
one-
that
I guess, yeah, I guess
post-production
you
audio.
too.
Sorry,
Yeah.
this one's
Just
hitting
made
me.
my life harder.
Fuck.
Oh, I hate this
Alright,
shit
what's up?
too, bro. When they put their phone on D&D, like they keep that shit on D&D 24/7, and they never explain why.
That's not
I'm
that's a red flag for you.
In my opinion, it's a red flag.
I don't
yeah.
think it's a red
I
flag
think that's
at
a
all.
misunderstanding.
I'm
Like,
on D&D
wait,
all the time.
You're on D&D at night too.
No, I'm not.
He's on D&D when he's
Are you
with
not
people
a-
that
Yeah,
he doesn't
when
want to
I'm-
be
no, like-
disturbed with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
if I do
fair
not
enough.
want to be disturbed,
That's
I'm putting
what
that
I
shit
do.
on
Yeah.
D&D.
That's
But
what
I'm
I do.
studying and I
I'm
don't
on
want to be disturbed.
I'm on D&D all
that's
the
what I do.
time.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
so annoying.
No, but
Like,
I
it's-
have. Okay, let me explain.
I know there's bare people that
I have-
are just like
D&D
stay on
warriors.
But there's
D&D
different people. Like
D&D
there's people who are on
merchants,
D&D
bro.
like obnoxiously, but I'm on D&D for like reasons because I won't lock in or focus if I'm not on D&D. Like the buzzing every second actually starts to like kill me.
All right, my bad,
However,
bro. Like you got your phone's blowing up. Like my shit's dead.
Bitch, anytime I've been with you,
Dry
that
ass
shit's
phone,
buzzing.
bro.
It pisses me off. I get like secondhand pissed off from
Like
it.
Shiv would be on D&D if he.
If I had hands to talk to.
Like, yeah, it's just like if his
My
shit
people just
wasn't.
don't give a
but I
fuck.
If his
have,
shit was actually
I
blowing
have
up, then
people
like,
allowed.
yeah.
Like I have certain people's notifications are allowed to come through. Like my mom and my dad, like they're allowed to come through. Like whenever they text me.
Oh, like you
Like, I have
edit
a-
it.
I have a
You edit-
personal,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I have
Okay,
that too. I have
let's
that too.
let's train this to relationship based. If your significant other was always on D&D, whether you're with them or not, and they never explain why, what are you thinking? I think
Wait, like we're
Like-
saying always as in 2/4.
always 24/7
Are
their
you
phones on
saying-
D&D is not coming off.
Are you saying they didn't explain? Like I asked them and then they were shady.
Yeah, like you
or,
ask them and you're just like, oh, I just have it on.
Okay, again, like I
But
don't.
I do that, so I can't even say anything. And what am I, a hypocrite? Like I
I'm
don't
calling it
know.
a red flag. You cannot call it a red flag. That's completely
So
fine.
is it, well, you're gonna say it's my red flag that I do that?
I don't give a fuck that you have it on. I'm hitting notify anyways for any motherfucker that has it
No,
on.
see, exactly. So it's fine. It's not
But
like that button's
if
not
it's
there.
my-
Like
I'm
you're
hitting
acting
the
like that button doesn't exist. That's what's crazy to me. Is like
No,
it's
no.
not
you
that.
can just notify me anyway. Like if it's really that
But,
deep,
like,
just
I'm just
notify
saying
me.
my
Does that work?
significant
Like,
other.
I don't even
It
know.
does
Oh,
work.
it works.
If you click it, it gives them the
what's the point of D&D
notification.
though?
Exactly.
Like, what is the point of
I
D&D?
don't
Like,
like.
why
I
are
don't
you
like
so-
getting
why are you so-
unnecessary
if
notifications.
I
Why
can
are you
tap
craving the
notify
attention of
anyway?
people knowing you don't want to
Yeah,
be disturbed?
Because
You're too much.
Because I don't know. Like you can turn it off.
I'm not-
I'm not saying
I'm
you.
not-
I'm saying
Oh,
the
I'd
Warriors.
be more annoyed if they were on D&D and they didn't
Warriors.
turn it off.
I'd be annoyed as fuck if I was on D&D because I gotta lock in
And then people
somebody's
are like, no,
My feet are
like
up in
that
the air
send
and
the
I'm clapping.
I
where
just
you at?
ignore them. I just
Like,
ignore
you know-
it.
Y'all know what I'm talking about? The
Yeah,
fucking-
like
the woo- yeah,
And then,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I'll add to that? The send message with a slam. So like, so I'll send it with a slam and I'll notify them anyway. Bang.
I don't think
That's
it's a
like-
red. I don't think it's actually no. I think it's weird if like I ask them and they're like instead of just being like, oh, I don't like having all the
Yeah,
notifications.
yeah.
Like if they don't have like a reason and then I'm like that's shady, I'd clock that and be like red.
Like
flag.
they never explain. Yeah.
No, but
They-
if I asked and then they were like weird and shady about it, then it's a red flag. If I didn't,
I don't know.
I don't know if I'd care. I just
I'm not gonna lie. I don't see any situation that I think this would be a red flag for me. Like,
Yeah, I don't really
just think
care.
it's just like yeah.
Maybe I'm
you're
just
on
a
D&D,
loser. Just
I'll-
call me a loser.
Also,
then.
if I'm with you and I'm
No,
and
I'm just
I've
saying,
seen
like,
you go through your phone.
I'm just saying like I will notify you
Anyways,
Yeah, exactly.
So like
Exactly.
realistically, like it's not D&D for me because
Exactly.
Yeah.
you're getting notified.
But it's
But also,
never-
like-
if I call you and it goes off, I'm calling you again.
Yeah.
And again until I hear the ring.
Yeah.
So
And if I've been around you enough and I've seen you on your phone and you're not hiding it from me and I have no reason to think that there's anything to hide on there, then
you
I'm
go.
especially not going to think it's a red flag.
there you go.
Okay, how about this one?
I have one after.
Okay, you can go ahead with yours.
Well, mine was just going to be like
Ah.
when they don't introduce you to their friends or like when they're
Mm-hmm.
hesitant to do it. Or when they act different around their
Around
friends.
their friends.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because, well, you guys go first. Say your thoughts.
I think when they refuse to introduce your friends or like
I'm not talking,
I think it
like, this is
depends.
someone you're talking to.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like, it's
exactly.
getting serious. It's
Yeah.
like, it's maybe like you've introduced some of your friends and shit. Like, it's time. It's
You
time
think,
to
so
do
I
it.
in
think
the
it-
talking stage you should induce your
Induce. What?
Let me try that again. One second. you think in the talking stage you should introduce,
Okay.
your
Yeah, I think that's a
the
good.
person
I
you're
think that's a
talking
good
to
thing.
your friends.
Maybe I did like
why are we
seriously
in
later.
unison all the time? What is this?
That was crazy.
What is this? Like this was like
the same-
that was like,
Y'all are
the same
induced.
breath.
Y'all
In
are
the
induced
same
together.
breath, I said it was
yeah,
nutty.
that was,
Y'all are
that was
induced
crazy.
together. That's crazy.
Yeah, what the?
Okay.
y'all-
Okay. Let me. Okay. Wait.
fuck?
Back on topic. Let's go.
Alright.
So I think it's a time. First of all, I think it's a time thing. Like I think when you're ready to introduce
Yeah.
me to your friend, go ahead.
Yeah.
But I think if
I'm
they're
not
like
saying we just start
refusal
talking.
about it, like if the whole energy about it is like I don't want to, then I'm like that's a red flag.
Yeah, to me, I agree.
Yeah. But if you're open about it, and you're just like I'm like kind of nervous, and then like I know you'd be nervous too. Like let's
Yeah.
take our time with it. Then
I
I'm
agree.
like that's
I'm,
fine.
I'm on.
No, that makes sense.
I think for me personally, in terms of introducing my friends, I think I am not the earlier the better, and more just like if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's just like that's the most important people
Well,
to
you want
me
it
in
to
the
flow
world.
too, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm like in the talking stage, but not in the beginning. Like it'd be like deep into it.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like this is like serious. Like I'm literally considering dating you type shit. Like I want to know that you and my friends can be cool and.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But to me, it's like it's only a red flag if it's like what you said, they're dodgy and it's like
Yeah,
I don't want to, but it's like you should. But it's a red flag to me if they act different around their friends.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mean like the normal act different. Like obviously when you're alone, you're gonna be more like cuddly and shit or whatever. But like when you're around their friends, if they start acting like entirely different, that's like big red flag to me.
Okay.
I don't. I like entirely different. Yeah, but
Like personality wise, not even like with me, like not even the dynamics. Just like,
like, there's certain
if you're a
things-
different person
there's-
with your friends, I'll be like
well, that's what I'm saying. There's certain things though that I would do with my girlfriend that I wouldn't do with my friends.
I
And
sure hope
by-
so.
No,
That'd be damn, bro. Like
not like I don't mean it in that
I know
way.
what
like,
you
I
mean,
mean
just
like,
in general,
like
in
there's certain
general.
things like the way I act.
you act, yeah.
would
Like
not
you're
be-
softer around your girlfriend, probably. I'm assuming. Like it's just different things. Yeah.
Like that, and also like the jokes I make around her would be different for like the jokes I make.
Yeah,
around
like
my
aside from
friends,
like the
whatever,
like that's
whatever.
kind of normal in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think like aside from the normal things, like if you like have a whole personality shift when you're with your friends, like
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm fucking with that. That's like weird.
No, fair
Okay.
enough. Fair enough. Yeah, you're night and day.
Yeah,
Two-face
yeah.
Switching.
Like
So-
why are you two-faced? Yeah.
I just blanked out.
I know. I saw that.
blank in.
Blanking in right now. So red flag or just weird. I would find that a red flag if they like refuse it.
I would call it a red flag.
If they refuse it, yeah, 100%. Like how you worded it, I would call it a red
I
flag.
would call it a red
Okay.
flag. Yeah.
How about? Oh wow, that was right there. Okay, how about this one? Oh, I got one that I'm gonna bring up because I'm a victim, but. They post this is not it. They post everything you guys do together on social media without asking you. So I think this is more pertaining to when you're like in a relationship, you're more serious or exclusive.
I don't think that's a red flag, but that's just kind of weird. Like maybe.
it's not a red flag. Just like
I personally
low key, I would
It's like a
I would
boundary
like
thing.
for you to ask me just in case I look like shit. you know?
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't want you posting something where I'm
Yeah.
not looking at my sexiest. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
but-
I think genuinely if it's like if it's an exclusive thing or if like people know you're seeing each other and then also obviously if you're dating, I think I'm fine with it.
yeah. No,
Like-
I'm fine with it.
Like yeah.
But like
If I look ugly, I look ugly. Like
I'll be like shit. Like you really
Like,
did
you
me
really-
dirty there. Like
yeah.
you like fuck.
why
Yeah.
don't you like me enough?
Run it by me first. Run it by me first. I want to make sure I don't look like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Also,
No,
like
no,
guys
but-
be doing will be doing you the dirtiest with the photos.
Okay,
they
but,
post.
like,
but like
realistically,
on
girls not
purpose.
doing guys dirty,
on
bro.
Yeah.
purpose. No, but they be doing that shit on purpose. I swear to God, it's like sabotage.
No, it's not.
you're telling me guys be posting their girl to look ugly on purpose?
Like I just swear they'll post the ugliest
You're
photos.
traumatized, bro. That's
no.
no,
Yeah, I don't know.
no shot.
There's
Any,
no way.
There's no shot any good man ever does that in his head. Oh, she
Yeah,
looks
keyword
ugly. I'm
any
gonna post
good
that
man.
shit. Okay, well.
Next.
I always-
okay.
Yeah, my bad.
Shit.
Oh, that's valid.
Shit.
No, but
I
it's
just
like-
think I think like
Just run it by me.
yeah, run it by like just to look.
Let me see the
ooh.
pic.
Just look
would-
at- yeah. What do you think about this?
Ooh, okay. Like personally, I'm someone who enjoys, not constantly, but I enjoy like posting about a significant.
Yeah,
other.
like, I want people to
I
know
know a
I'm in a
lot of people
relationship.
don't like that, but I personally like it, and
I like it.
I like that. I forget.
Like I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I just like
Yeah,
I
you guys-
will.
yeah,
But
you don't
it's just,
broadcast
like,
it
I
all the
don't-
time.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't-
I'm like
You don't
strictly
need
like
to, like-
a
Most of my
healthy
business-
amount.
I
Like
like
I'm not
a-
like a yeah.
I like it to be like a little low key, but like
Yeah.
I like it's known, but it's not like
Yeah.
it's
I
not
like
like
I
broadcasted.
like the people around me know for sure.
Whoever needs to know knows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I don't need to like publicize it. Be like, bro, I have a boyfriend. Cool.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm
But
sure.
I will like.
So
depending on
that for me is like I feel like that's a boundary thing. Like that's just also like
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm dating someone I don't like I'd be like yeah post me like I'd want them to post me. But,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, think you need to post everything we're doing all the time.
all
Like,
the time. Yeah,
100%.
weird.
honestly,
yeah.
like I like it to be a little bit more chill. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like no one should be questioning if you have a girl or not. But like we don't need to be posting all the time.
All right, I'm shooting myself in the foot with this one.
Oh great, what'd you do?
No, nothing. I didn't do anything. I'm just saying.
it's not his red flag.
They chew with their mouth. No, this is mine.
oh, this is
That's what I
They
said.
chew
What'd you
with their
do?
mouth open every time you eat together.
Not a red flag, just really fucking annoying. Pet
no,
peeve.
but like, that's a
peeve.
red flag that could be rectified though. Like, I would
Yeah.
call you out for that. I'd
No,
be like, yo,
no, we can't.
Close your fucking.
you know how many
mouth,
times I
bro.
called him out for that?
No, but like,
I've
Like,
been
bro,
better.
No, you haven't. You're gross.
I'm getting
It's
better at it.
disgusting.
I
I'm
I'm not
Even
gonna
my
lie.
mouth
It's
closed
just
nowadays.
gross. Just stop chewing
no,
with your mouth open.
I just call you out.
I just
Chew with
talk
your
a
mouth
lot,
closed.
man. You've
Yeah,
never
but,
said
like-
it to me in our 10 years of friendship, but I genuinely.
You
think
just
I
say you
don't.
talk a lot.
It, though. Like,
I appreciate
haven't-
that shit, bro. Like you have no idea.
No, you know what I think it is? I
I'll
think
call
you're-
you out next time.
I think you're
I'll
numb
do
to
that.
it.
Like, that's
Why? Why?
Because
What's
you
wrong?
feel like-
If I call
I'm
you
getting
out
better
for,
at it. No, you're right.
No,
but
MJ.
like, I'm saying
You are
I've
right.
never seen it. I'll be
You're
like,
just
yo,
numb
shut your
to it.
fucking
Like you
mouth.
just don't notice.
Maybe
I
that's it.
promise you, you've acclimatized. Like that's what it is.
Fuck.
Anyways, I'm getting better at it.
No, you're not.
All right,
I
I'll call
am.
you out.
I promise you, I am.
And
Okay.
did you just
I
say
am
it's because you talk a lot? That's such a cap because you literally just like sit there and just
Damn.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I meant.
just,
by,
like, we watching
I don't even think I
something.
shot myself in the foot. I
No-
shot myself in
no
the fucking
talking.
head.
The head, bro. That's a dead kill, bro. You're dead.
disgusting.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I eat with my.
I feel like
mouth
that's
open
a-
sometimes.
I guess you could put that if you put that under like manners, then like I would call it a red flag. But if you don't, then
I have
it,
great
on its
manners.
own thing,
I
it's just
just
annoying.
kind of be okay.
You're just gross.
It's just
Sorry.
just close
Just
your
be
fucking
better.
mouth, bro.
Okay.
Don't
What-
do it.
Wait, hold up.
I wanna
hold
bring
up.
this one up.
Hold up.
Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Go ahead.
I think it also depends on the food though. Like if there's a food that like you need to be like 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
sometimes-
yo, when it comes to like if we're at the rib fest, this is
Yeah.
probably why I don't like
Yeah.
because when it comes to like ribs and shit like that,
Yeah.
shit that
I
like
be eating with my mouth
like,
open.
Yeah, like
Barbecue?
like- yeah, it's barbecue.
My mouth
though.
is
Like,
open
you
and
gotta-
eat the chicken leg.
Yeah, fair
A
enough.
fat
But eat
rib.
the chicken.
Like that
A
shit's
beef
like
rib?
you know. But anything else,
cob
like,
of
it's just, like,
corn?
close your fucking mouth.
How am I eating a cob of corn with my mouth closed?
That's what I'm saying.
bizarre.
That's fact.
She's
How's
the
it
type of
bizarre?
person
Like,
to
are you,
fucking
like,
cut the
are you uncomfortable?
cut the
Like, what's-
kernels off the fucking
No.
corn.
Like the
and eat
I
it
only
with
did
a
that when I
fork.
had braces because I was gonna pop my braces
I
off.
thugged it out.
I did not
thugged
know
it
you
Bro,
had
out.
my mom
braces.
wouldn't let me.
I thugged
She's like,
it
I
out.
paid too much
You
money
had
for
braces
that.
too?
Yes, bro. In grade 7.
Kick
though, in
up.
grade 7.
Toronto Raptors jersey. Kick up.
Yo. Nah, we're not gonna
I
talk
wish
about
we
that.
had the edits
We
right
don't
now.
discuss. What are you?
The fuck are you doing?
Mid episode?
taking photos.
In the middle of the
Yeah.
episode?
Guys, I'm
fuck?
literally taking.
That
a
was
photo right now.
not in the contract.
yeah, like,
Kidding, kidding.
I
Okay.
wrote the
bro, like,
contract.
So.
girls about to leak our shit, bro. Like,
Oh god. No, it's fine. What was I saying? Okay, yeah. Okay, this one I'm gonna bring up. Actually, okay. What do we think about? What do we think about
Spit it out.
when the person has a relationship or like is still connected to their ex?
Whoa. Depends on the context.
I think it's very contextual.
I think it's very situational. I think okay.
I also I'm definitely lying. I don't think it's situational, but it's also like I'm learning that it's situational. I'll say that.
I think there's very rare cases.
Yeah.
I think there's very, very rare cases
Yeah.
in which people.
I think you're lucky because holy fuck,
Yeah,
who the fuck do
fair
you
enough.
two have to talk to?
fair enough. Fair enough.
I-
But like,
Man, I've been.
I
through
need
this
y'all to
shit.
tell me the situations.
I'll
'cause,
tell you
like,
right now.
I don't see a
Okay.
situation where you should be talking to.
I think there's very, 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 very extremely very rare cases in which people just dated and it didn't work out and like they just actually are better as friends and like
Oh,
very, very, very rare again. And they just like realize like that's just not like that's just not how we work and whatever. And like again, super rare. And like the only time that I think it'd be
Super rare.
okay is like
you know that?
they-
Super rare. You guys know the super rare guy?
I don't know the
have
situation.
no
Oh,
idea.
he's
but
this
Abdu-
guy in
Abdu
Dubai.
seems to know the fucking
He's a guy in
super rare
Dubai who like comes out with a baklava piece and like he's a
baklava.
midget. And, oh, is that disrespectful? I'm so sorry.
What?
He's a little person,
I
guys.
apologize. I didn't know my vocabulary.
It's okay. Start the story over. I'll cut it
Sorry.
out.
No, I'm kidding. It does not matter. This guy
It
comes out with a
matters a
baklava piece to your table. It's in Dubai. It's a really good restaurant or whatever. And he just like moves really
Oh.
fast. And like,
he's like
here, I'm gonna
he's
set my
like
shit up.
he's like really really small. Like
Yeah, yeah. He's a
really,
little
like,
person.
He'll be like,
No, but like he's like.
I'm pretty sure.
small.
A
Yeah, yeah.
super little person.
Yeah, like super.
so he'll
little
bring the baklava out and he'll say like,
And he'll
be
open
like,
it up.
He'll be like super rare, and then
Yeah.
he'll like
He'll
take
open
the
it up, like,
toppings
take
off
the
and then
butter and
he'll
shit,
take some
like-
ice cream and
Oh,
then he'll
yeah,
like, put the
ice
ice cream on the baklava and then
Bro, this is like
put it back up.
revolutionary.
Ah,
And he'll
Revolutionary to me.
switch the baklava around, super rare.
I didn't know that's what he. I didn't know that's what he said, but I've seen that video though.
This sounds like a
He
video
like
game
he takes
character.
the knife like.
It doesn't sound real.
Yeah, like he's like crazy.
Yeah,
He's crazy with it.
I'm
Damn.
gonna zoom into the fucking TV.
Yo, he always makes me want baklava
Insert
after that
photo
too.
of
Like
baklava
he
guy.
always
Even though
makes
I
me.
don't like baklava.
Baklava.
That is a red flag. Like, why don't you like honey,
Why are you
phyllo,
like shaking the cord like that?
pistachios?
like, I
like,
don't know.
why don't you like that though? Like,
I
that's,
don't know. I just don't.
That's crazy.
Okay, let me go back to explaining my situational.
Wait,
Sorry, go ahead. Were you finished?
I was gonna say the only time that it's okay is I think if the boundaries are established and like it's not weird and like they literally it's just friend vibes now. Like there's no, but that's so rare. Like the odds of that happening, like slim to none. So pretty
Okay,
much,
but yeah,
if
say
you're in
you're the
contact with
one.
your ex, like
say you're the next one walking into a relationship, and
would I be sus as fuck about it? Yes. Would I be sus as fuck? Yes. But once I know you and like I see I see the friendship and I understand it, then like I can take a better
That's so valid.
understanding of it. That's why I think it's situational. But in
Okay.
every other situation, for the most part, I'm like,
Yeah.
if it ended badly and it was toxic, why are you still friends? Stop. I don't know. Like if they cheated on you, why are you
the
still friends?
only thing I
Stop.
can think
Like,
about is like if y'all were dating in like
way
yeah when y'all were
way
was
back.
younger,
Yeah.
like and it didn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I have like
Before your
two.
frontal
I
lobe
think I have
developed?
like different
Yeah.
takes on it because obviously like this is like when I said I'd bring things up from my relationship or like my past relationship. This was one is she was weirdly connected to her ex and like she had a friend who was his
Small
best
town,
friend.
right?
Yeah. Small town.
Small town.
Her childhood friend was his best friend still after they broke up and like it was just weird and I avoided it for so long, but they ended up getting back together and I'm like, wow, I wasted 1.5 years on this.
You did?
But the thing is I would bring it up in that relationship. I would be like, why is he like kind of still in your life?
But were they
And
in contact or was he just around? Like when she would go places, he'd be there type shit.
so they weren't in contact. He would
Okay.
just be where she went and he also like texted her and shit and like she wouldn't respond, but like he was weirdly like still
He felt
around.
comfortable enough to do
And
that.
also like
Clearly.
whenever, if
But
I'm not mistaken, whenever she went back.
Oh yeah. She
They
would
were
like see
together,
him.
yeah.
Was it,
no,
like-
they
was
weren't
it-
together, but
No,
she
no,
would
but,
just
like,
see him
yeah.
at parties.
Was
and
it
shit.
avoidable on her end? Like, could she have done much more to avoid it? Like,
Yeah.
besides like
I think
not going
judging
to
by
the
the fact that they're
outing.
together now, like she could
Oh well,
have
yeah.
definitely
well, because
done more to
you don't
avoid
really know
it,
what
but I
happened when she
think
went there
chose
and like
not to.
saw him. Like, you don't
No,
know
I
the
don't.
details of their interactions,
Yeah.
but like other
well,
than
I
that,
do. I just know
like,
what she's told me, you know, and like there's
No, so
definitely
you
been
don't
more.
know anything. Pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah.
is what we're saying. Yeah. So then, but like other than her literally just not going, was it avoidable?
100% avoidable.
Okay.
So, but when I say when I say it's situational, is because in that situation I always had this feeling of like, I was being lied to, or like it wasn't like you need to trust your gut, and you also need to trust the person you're with, and. I just had this feeling that things were wrong, like him being in situations that she was also in, and the way she'd tell me, the way she'd bring it up, the way she'd avoid bringing it up until like later. It was all she made the wrong choices about it, which led me to like obviously finally understanding that it was just all like lies and manipulation. But I think there's also a side to it if you trust the person and they're open about what's happening. And I think even even if whatever they're talking to you about and they're open with you about might be a little bit uncomfortable for you, the fact that they're open and the fact that you are trusting and like you guys, the communication is really clear and healthy.
Yeah.
I think that's when a situation like that is understandable and like something you can work through. But I think what's a non-negotiable for me though about this topic is that if I were to be dating a girl, I don't think I could do like a close relationship. Not a friendship per se, sure, a friendship or an acquaintance, but I don't think I can have my significant other being texted by her ex constantly, daily, weekly. Like I'm not about that shit. Like that's not.
Yeah, I don't think I'd cope with that well. But
That's
I
not
think,
for me. No.
I
like-
don't think there's like a. I don't think I have like a black and white. Like I don't think I have like a rule. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
everything is so.
It's very gray area.
Depends on the vibes. It depends like I'll know when I'm there
Yeah.
when I see it. Like
Yeah,
if it
yeah.
makes me feel uncomfortable, then I'm gonna be uncomfortable, and that's just how it's gonna be. But if I'm not, then like cool.
Okay,
I don't know.
fire. Fair
But unlikely that I won't be.
Okay.
Wait, can I give a hot take? Like red flag?
Sure.
Because I don't know. I've talked about this with like my girlfriends before, and like everyone kind of thinks it's a hot take, but I think a red flag
What?
for a guy.
Why did you just look at me like that?
Because are we about to think this is a hot take?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
I feel
No,
like
let's see.
people get like shocked when I say this. I think, but I think for a guy, like a red flag for me is like, and I need to elaborate after I say this, but is that they have not one singular girlfriend at all, like not a friend who's a girl, like not a singular one. And let me explain. Because at this age, you're 22 years old, like you've met like women in school and at work in your life, like you've been around women your whole life. Like if you haven't made like an acquaintance, a school friend, like you don't go around, like you don't have a single friend who's a girl, like that's weird to me.
Okay.
Like
let's talk about it though.
To me,
okay.
I think it's important though.
Keep going.
Okay.
I wanted to run out of words before we.
No, I think it's an important thing. I think it's an important thing to have because it's like, okay, so you see like you see women as more, you engage with women as more than just like sexual desire. Like you engage with women for more reasons than just like they're attractive, they're hot, I want to hook up with them. Like you actually can engage in a conversation with a woman because she's a person and like you value her as a person.
Platonic relationship.
Yeah, like you see them as people. And so like you have like, you don't have to have like a fucking best friend who's a girl, but like have an acquaintance, like have someone, like a school friend, you study with someone, she's a girl, cool. Like just have someone in your life who's a girl. Like
Okay.
That's, to me, it's like, how are you this old and you don't have a girlfriend
Like just like
in your life?
Oh, like a girl friend.
Yes.
Yeah, like
not like
Okay,
not
see,
like
see,
you've never dated
okay,
someone. I mean, like you
yeah,
need a friend who's
okay.
a girl in your life.
I was
like,
I was not reading this right. That's why
No.
I was a little confused there.
I was like, yeah, why is he so taken back? I would have thought you would have been on my
No,
side of
like
it.
a friend that's a girl. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah, like but if you have none, like then I'm like, wait, why? Like what's wrong with you?
Okay.
Like, either you're a creep and they
What if
don't
you
like
got
you.
sisters though?
That's good. You have sisters.
But like no girlfriends, just sisters.
Still.
That's fine.
Red flag.
That's a red flag.
Still red flag.
Because you're saying like.
I think sisters is a green flag, but
you're not gonna think about your sisters and.
yeah, they don't count. Family doesn't count.
Girl and you know.
But
She's
you
saying
think-
like. She's saying, I find it to be a red flag. Oh, wow. I'm not even talking. Bro, I just fully thought we were a yap session.
You're on mute, bro. It's okay.
She's saying that she finds it to be a red flag when a man that, you know, she wants to get to know or talk to doesn't have any friends that are a girl, whether it's on an acquaintance level, a close friend
Like
level,
besides people who are automatically in your life, like your family.
Interesting.
that they don't look at in a sexual romantic manner.
Because to me,
Yeah.
if you come up to me right now and you're like, if you were to tell me today that you're like, I don't have a single friend who's a girl, I'd be like, that's so weird to me. Because in my head, I'm like, the only guys I know that don't have friends who are girls are either like creeps or like they just want to fuck everyone. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a type of person who doesn't have a single friend who's a girl. It's because no one wants to hang around them. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's not hard to accumulate a friend who's a girl, like an acquaintance who's a girl, like in your life. I think it's weird. I think it's weirder to not have that. I'm like, that tells me something about you that apparently I should know. I think it's weird.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll say, I think your stance is completely valid. I think
Yeah.
the points you make is super valid. But like we talked about this before, I think because of how scummy men are, like we got to put it out there.
exactly
I think
what
you
I'm
and I are amazing men.
Yeah.
And
An amazing
it just
men.
and
Yeah.
Abdu, me, you, and Abdu, amazing,
Yeah,
good people.
Abdu,
but
great guy, man.
Exactly.
Great
But
guy.
the amount of men that we
Stand-up
see
guy.
out there that are just strictly like actually scum and like, I mean, we see it all the time. But like, men's just be really like toxic, unhealthy, like.
Yep.
You know, looking for the wrong things at all the wrong times.
Fair enough. Yeah.
For how much is out there, I think that's why I'm so curated to think a guy and a girl being friends strictly is usually because the guy, you know, hasn't been let to have sex or be in a romantic relationship.
He's just waiting in
Yeah.
the friend zone,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
waiting it out?
yeah. But obviously,
Like you're
like-
saying, if he has no other girlfriend.
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Like it's, but I so see, because I'm in this position, that it's so important to have a platonic relationship with both genders.
I think it's so important.
Because it teaches you how to treat like both of them, like
Yes,
a
that's what I'm
man and a
saying.
woman.
True.
In
That's
how,
exactly
what
what
ways.
I
yeah.
think it just like shows me that it's like you can interact with women.
Also,
like, you
like,
see them
they-
as people
They,
outside of
if they're sharing
sexual
their
interest.
experiences with you as well, like it's like
Exactly.
Like-
Like
So it's
know.
it's not even that I disagree with you. I agree with all your points. I just think it's such a large ask in today's world because so many
why?
guys.
I don't
know.
I could
I
not
think it's
name a
also
single
just, like-
guy I know right now off the top of my head that doesn't have a friend who's a girl. At least one. Besides the
can
fact
name-
that I know them,
I
like
feel
even
like
the
I
people I
can-
know.
I feel like I can name a couple.
Like, I can name a couple.
Yeah,
that have
I
no
can
friends who are girls,
definitely-
like
yeah.
not even acquaintances. Like, don't have people around. Like,
Now that I think about it, yeah,
Like,
and especially ones
acquaintances,
that like
what do you consider an acquaintance though?
like I don't know, maybe it's like it's a school friend, like it's someone you go to school with, you guys
Yeah,
share
no.
notes and like you
I
guys,
can, I can name a few.
I can name a few. Yeah,
I
That's
can name
crazy.
a few.
and I don't
Yeah,
like yeah.
like,
I can name a
again,
few.
like-
at this age, like they don't have any
Yeah,
anyone.
I can
who's-
definitely
that's
name a
crazy.
few.
Yeah, like I think like some of them like I think it's like no fault of their own, but I also don't think that they're like looking for anything as
Well, the only exception I have to this is if they're like nerdy and like kind of like introverted and weird. It's
Damn,
like
what the
that's the
fuck?
only exception I
Damn,
think.
what the
No, like because
you, bro.
because
Not
then,
you,
then
Abby.
it's not because you're a douchebag. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just because you're a little homebody. It's okay. Like it's fine.
yeah, like I know
That's the only exception
plenty of
to this
like
rule, I think.
So
Not plenty.
okay, let me play such a role that I'm probably gonna get yelled at for. Okay, so if I want a girlfriend,
Self-deprecation
Yeah.
is crazy.
and like if I'm talking to someone, or if I want a girlfriend, and yada yada yada,
Yeah.
I don't think my girlfriend having close guy friends.
I don't think it works the other way around.
Okay, so
Wait.
why?
Yeah, why doesn't it work the other way around?
Because
I don't think it does
like,
either.
Like I'm saying no guy is gonna say, oh, I think it's a red flag if my girlfriend has no guy friends. Every guy probably would say it's
I
a
don't
green
think-
flag.
I think a lot of girls would say I don't like. I think a lot of girls would say that they think
It's a red
flag
If your
If you
guy
have
boyfriend has girlfriends.
girlfriends.
Yes, I know. But I'm saying my point that I just made, like I think if I sat down and explained that to a girl, they'd be like, oh, I get what you're saying.
But like, there's also a reason why your friend said it was a hot take.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
To be
that's because
fair.
at first
You
glance they're like, the fuck? Like, I don't want my man to have like friends who are girls and whatever.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
fair
saying?
enough.
But when I sit down and explain what I'm saying, they're like, oh, wait, actually, like, you're right.
Okay,
I
so
think-
why do
I
you,
think-
why
I
do
get
you,
what
why
you're
do you not
saying.
think? Why do you not think it work? Like, why do you think it doesn't work the same way for like? the
Because
guy?
I'm saying that I would have never heard a man say what I just said, like reverse. Like, no guy's gonna be like, I think it's a red flag when a girl has no guy friends at all. What? I would never, ever, ever,
I would
ever.
say I would
hear
say
a guy say that.
I low key do.
Like, you want your girl to have like a guy friend or two, like
Surely
in their life, yeah.
Like a platonic friendship.
I would.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
I think it's also more rare to find girls who have no friends who are like no friends
Yeah,
who
it
are
is
guys.
rare.
Like
Yeah,
because
that is true.
that's
yeah.
so hard to find.
It's
I think
just
that's
such a-
way harder to find.
I just think,
Fair enough.
like, I agree with you. I want to say in a healthy fashion that I find it to be a red flag if the girl I like or the girl, my girlfriend, doesn't have any guy friends, or sorry, has guy
Well,
friends.
I think just
that's
based.
not what he said though. He said
No. Sorry, I
have.
said it wrong. You're saying that you find it to be a red flag if your girlfriend doesn't have any guy friends, meaning you
Does
would
not
hope
have
her
so.
to
You're
have
saying my
some.
point. You're
yeah.
agreeing with my point on
On the
your
other
verse.
side,
on
yeah.
the flip side.
Yeah.
But I think what
That's why
sucks
I
is as
feel like it
men,
does work
when
with
you
the other
look
way.
at it, like say like you were to witness those platonic friendships in real life, it's like it's not like overwhelmingly majority, but like so many times you see the guy and like you can tell when a guy strictly is friends with this girl because he wants to get with her.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like
yeah.
it's so blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Like I think
I
that's
hate
just
that
like
shit.
that just varies between the individual friendships.
Yeah,
I
of
was
course.
just saying in generally speaking, like if you don't have a single
if we're
woman in your
talking
life,
completely healthily, I agree. But
yeah,
in both ways.
But I think within everything that I'm saying, like there's individual like you have to evaluate every interaction, like you know
Fair enough.
each individual relationship they have with their friends.
Yeah,
and
so
that's a different story.
Yeah.
within
True,
that.
true.
Okay. Wow, we have been going. I'm gonna.
I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface. Of
I know we
it.
I know.
haven't.
We
This is
can-
gonna.
We
this
could
is
do for, like, 4
obviously- This is
episodes.
obviously gonna come back. But what are we at, Abdu? Just 41. 42. Okay. We can take our time with this. But I want us each to give like a piece of advice or a piece of advice, sure, or an anecdote or like something, a lesson that you want to give to people that concerns like red flags and how you handle them in relationships. I'll start if you guys want to.
Yeah, sure.
My thing is, I've learned this myself, and I'm never gonna drop it. I think no matter how many times I could get hurt, it's something I shouldn't drop. Is you need to be not overwhelmingly, but like you need to be unapologetically healthy and always look to choose the healthy option in situations where you're faced with red flags or toxic behavior. Always look to acknowledge them, make them aware, and if you can, help solve them. Whether that's within yourself or within someone else that you really like. Always be unapologetically healthy in your habits. Like
I think I won't lie. I think that's like hella vague though. Like,
Yeah.
okay, let me.
what do you
I want.
mean? What do you
That's
mean
like
by
saying,
healthy?
Don't
Like,
be a shitty person.
yeah,
Just be
like-
good.
yeah.
Okay, so I mean, by like, easily. Like a quick example is there's so many situations in terms of like when I like a girl, that I can choose to be petty. I can say something petty, a petty comment,
So
something.
you're
I
saying you
see.
like check yourself.
Check yourself all the time.
And, like,
Check
don't,
yourself.
and also
like,
Don't
Don't be
engage with that negative behavior.
Yeah, like, don't be afraid to bring up like that someone is being toxic or you're being
Communication,
toxic, and
like, the
like
communication
open that
aspect of it,
communication
yeah.
up so much. Like,
yeah.
and like I think we can obviously like go like I can talk about this forever.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep it short, and I'm just saying, just be healthy with yourself, and in return you'll be healthy with other people, and like acknowledge red flags. Like, do not let them go, because
yeah.
red
I look
flags.
the same advice.
Huh?
No, I look at the same.
Yeah, I know. There's
Yeah.
it's kind of like, yeah, but like red flags usually Okay, I think things about red flags. Red flags can be solved, in my opinion. They can be solved and changed
Certain
because people
ones.
can change. Certain ones, yeah. But I think they're only going to be solved if you talk about
That's
them.
if you think people could change, but that's
I
another,
do
that's
think people
another
could change.
episode.
Yeah, there's a whole other episode.
Another
Actually,
episode.
literally
Yeah,
is
yeah.
another episode. I have it in the doc.
Nice.
I think red flags can be solved because, or not because, but only through like a really open communication and healthy
Yeah.
habits. So that's my take.
Fair enough. I think I would agree with that. I think it's best not. Well, I'm not really like a petty person, but also there's like stuff that you like hold in and stuff and refuse to like
Yeah.
let out, right? So I think the communication part, if like in a relationship at least,
Yeah.
is like key. Like as you said at the beginning, like everybody has red flags, so it's like, you know, it's best to not make it habitual by not like saying it, you know, by
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
discussing it,
Yeah.
trying to actively get better for yourself, you know.
Yep.
So
Mine's like along the same lines. I was gonna say always trust your gut and clock the red flags. Like don't ignore them. Stop. Like the second something makes you feel uncomfortable and you have a feeling in your gut telling you like this is weird, this is a red flag, don't doubt yourself. Like for some reason you felt a way about it, like don't forget about it. Mark it somewhere, bookmark it in your head. If you don't bring it up then fine. If it's too early or whatever, but like you should bring it up eventually.
I so
think
agree.
it's important to like remember them, clock them, bookmark it if you don't want to bring it up right now, but bring it up eventually, talk about it, because like yeah, you're right, some of them can be changed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I think some things are habitual and people can't change them, but I think some things can be worked on, and I think it's like, you know, maybe it's like you have different communication styles. You could just talk about that, and that could be fixed. Like
I think I genuinely agree with trusting your gut. Like that's probably
always like if you have a like a reaction to something they did that you literally are like, whoa, like I didn't like that made me uncomfortable for whatever reason, like never ever ever ignore that, because you're 99% of the time you're not overthinking it, and like don't try to tell yourself you're overthinking it, because you're probably not. Like
that's
you're
also
fine.
the thing too. Like I think with the relationships, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like you know, you're expected to communicate these things. You're expected to you know, like if you communicate them, you guys have a very good chance of working it out.
Yeah.
I think in friendships, it's a lot harder.
Oh yeah.
In terms of like, okay, like you gotta like stage an intervention with this person about like these red flags, for instance, like a scenario. They're not expected to work that shit out with you.
Yeah.
Like
It's
that
not
could
the
literally-
same.
Yeah, it's not
the same
it's not
like
the same
commitment
stakes. Yeah,
to
exactly.
your
Like
friendship.
you're not committed to a friendship as much as you're committed to a relationship.
Yeah.
You could opt out at any time, and by bringing that up to a friend, it's like
You're putting
like,
that on the
like
table.
what happened in my situation. I brought up these red flags to my friend, right, or who was my friend, and it didn't end.
It ended the friendship. Yeah.
It ended the friendship.
Yeah, it didn't fix
It
anything.
didn't fix it, which I wasn't really going in expecting to fix the friendship. I was expecting that
It would
the
be an
same
option,
exact
maybe, yeah.
outcome. So like, I wasn't, you know, I was already braced for the fact that like
it
that
could
was
end.
not
Yeah.
gonna be
I
a
think
person in my
it's-
life anymore, right?
Yeah.
So like, I think with friendships it's a lot harder, but I still think it's healthy to bring them up because
agree.
you know, for the betterment of everyone, you know, help everybody improve on themselves.
I think it's just harder, and I think it's hard in like a talking stage, especially because it's like maybe you're not at that like committed level of relationship yet, where it's like, okay, now we have to bring all this up and like we have to fix things, but it's like I think it's like that's what I said bookmark it for, because I'm like, maybe you feel like you're not serious enough to bring it up, and it's not like it's too early for you to have this issue or whatever, but like
wait it out,
bookmark it
maybe,
and bring
see
it up, because it'll come up again. If it happened once, it'll happen again.
Yeah.
And
Fair
like
enough.
you need to talk about it when it's time to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Fair
like
enough,
don't
fair
forget it. Don't forget it.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's the episode. We'll see you guys next week. Make sure you like, comment the red flags that you've experienced or you think you have within yourself or your significant other might have. Share, post this if you're our friends. Repost this shit. You
If
can
you're
follow
not
us.
our friends, you can still repost
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
if
sorry.
You want. Yeah.
Follow us on our TikTok, on our Instagram. Everything is linked down below, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Take care.
See you.
Later.
Okay.
Hella slow with that clapping today, bro. It's okay, bro. It's okay.